Yo, what's good, everybody? Yeah, but right now you guys should be get used to me rocking like black shirts, like I said. So, today is Sunday. I just came back from church. I'm about to do a market breakdown. Basically, last week I was up by 1.1%. Still currently running on those trades because, like, I haven't closed yet. So, I'm not sure if price opens, like we're gonna go straight into the direction that I anticipated, but hopefully it does. And even if it doesn't, man, like I'm just risking 1%. The unfortunate part is that I'm having like sub fees on JPY, and that's the only problem that I have with like the setup that I had last week. But besides that, I'm still good, man. So yeah, let's go back to the charts. Hopefully you like and subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends. I promise you I'll be consistent. Well, alright, beautiful people. So right now I'm on a 4-hour time frame for DXY, the dollar index, right? And I'm just gonna choose this and highlight this like my playground for price this coming week. Let me explain why. If you are judging supply and demand, this is actually a demand zone, right? And I don't want to take it as it is. Yes, I might have said like during the week that I'm actually looking forward to take my trade. Just like the dollar comes here, I'm looking forward for price to actually go up. But judging by this, you're still in the premium side instead of like the discount side, right? So I'll mark this as invalid. Okay, let me remove these trade drawings. And then if you look at price here, these lows were liquidated, right? So I'm trying to keep my charts as clean as I can keep them. So this is our liquidity here. This is our liquidity, and then this high was taken out. So basically this high was actually taken out. Yeah, I'm just gonna say regular structure. In as much as it looks as if we are having equal highs, but because of like this minor retracement, we had like chart closure. Weekend closure above this high, meaning we're usually going up, right? And then here you are having imbalance. So this imbalance is actually filled by price currently. And then I'm gonna place my Fibonacci from this low up until that high. So what does this mean? This means I'm willing to wait for price to retrace to this level. Maybe it might play around and actually go up, right? But here's a tip. So whenever we get to this zone, 75% zone, 75% zone, depending on whatever that you're using, if DXY is going to buy, the pairs that start with USD are also buying, but they won't buy at the same time, mainly because there's like a code price and a base price. So the code currency and base currency, meaning USD CAD and USD JPY are going to be different because USD CAD is different from USD JPY because this one has like Canadian dollar and that one has Japanese yen. And if you're using Japanese yen index, Japanese index or Canadian index, prices moves like prices move differently to one another. So hence they will never move at the same time, but they will move in a similar way, right? It will be an unfortunate thing for price to actually come to this low and then go to the upside, meaning it's gonna take this high, this low, this entry. But yeah, so now that we're having set up on DXY, let me go on
Australian dollar versus USD dollar, so AUD USD, right? Yeah, this one is the one that I was looking forward to take actually. So I'm just gonna say daily time frame. By the way, don't mind this, I actually analyzed this during the course of the week. Hence we're having this line. But here's the thing. So on this pair, this low, because okay guys, I don't know. My PC is actually lagging right now, but this low, because we're having movement of price like this. You see, this low was expected at this point, and then this high is taken out. But then this low was then liquidated for price to actually go to the upside, right? But yeah, let me remove everything. So this low was liquidated on a daily time frame. You see on the high time frame, this one I'm going to analyze on the high time frame, because the chart is actually aligning with the bigger time frame to a smaller time frame. We're having a break of structure on the daily, right? So this is our BOS break of structure, and then if I place my Fibonacci from this low until that high, meaning I'm taking price from this leg on its own, this is what I'm seeing, right? Even on the 71% zone, this pair didn't trigger, and also on the daily time frame, we have an imbalance. We have an imbalance here. This imbalance is supposed to be filled by price, and then looking at this chart, let me go to a 4-hour time frame. I'm going to a 4-hour time frame mainly because I want to show you this, and then I'll go back to the daily time frame. For us to drive price to that low, we actually have to look for sales in order for us to go down. So this high was actually liquidated. We have plenty of liquidity here, so we're having our point of liquidity here. These highs were liquidated, and then we're having a break of structure after this. So this is our liquidity, and then we're having a break of structure. This was supposed to be a change of character, but we're having a break of structure at this point because it is the second second break of the pair movement. And then this is what I'm having. Excuse me, like, please don't mind the background noise. I try to work in peace, but what can I say, man? So on a 4-hour time frame, this is what I'm seeing. So I'm looking for price to actually come to this point and then drop, then come to this point and actually go almost cast and go up. So let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, this is actually what I see. Actually at the same similar prediction on German deity. Unfortunately, those sales didn't trigger me in, and price went into the direction that I anticipated. So I had to take buys instead because I was supposed to sell and buy. But yeah, this is what I see right now for this coming week. Hopefully price will respect our prediction. So let me keep it clean as I can so that I get the exact market direction. And then yeah, I'm just gonna place myself there, stop loss there, and my take profit here, and then during the course of the week. Even if it's Friday, I'm gonna take this entry here. So I'm just gonna leave sell limits and buy limits when the market opens. And then with buys, I'm targeting that high. I don't know how many days it's gonna take, but hopefully price should respect whatever that I'm trying to do here. And even if it doesn't, man, what do I say as always? Manage your risk. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing. I don't like how this chart is because I prefer keeping my charts clean, but I'm sure you get whatever that I'm trying to do at this point. So yeah, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. You can even turn on the post notification bell so whenever I post anything, you'll receive updates instantly. See you in the next video.